It's week 11 of the fantasy football season, and it's time to fine-tune those lineups for the playoffs. Here's a breakdown of wide receivers who are primed to excel and those who might underperform based on matchups this week. Start of the week. George Pickens vs. Ravens, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, CBS. George Pickens has been on a roll ever since Russell Wilson was named the Steelers' starting QB. He has surpassed 20 PPR points in 2 of his last 3 games, and this week's matchup against the Ravens looks favorable. The Ravens' defense has been giving up a lot of points to perimeter receivers, so Pickens should continue his hot streak. Start him. Courtland Sutton vs. Falcons, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox. Sutton has scored over 17 fantasy points in 3 consecutive games and is facing a Falcons defense that has allowed the 6th most fantasy points to wideouts. He's a solid play this week. Cedric Tillman at Saints, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox. Tillman has been consistent, scoring 18 points in 3 straight games before the bye. With the Saints trading away top cornerback Marshon Lattimore, Tillman should find plenty of opportunities against a weak secondary. Jauan Jennings vs. Seahawks, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox. Jennings had 7 catches for 16.3 points last week. His efficiency has been outstanding, with a better receiving expected points added than Justin Jefferson. The Seahawks defense has given up the 8th most fantasy points to perimeter receivers, making Jennings a good option. Calvin Ridley vs. Vikings, 1 p.m. ET, CBS. Ridley scored 25.4 fantasy points last week and has been solid in 2 of his last 3 games. The Vikings have allowed the 3rd most points per game to wideouts, and Ridley could benefit from a negative game script.